You're listening to an AI audio recording generated to make our content easier to consume, whenever and wherever works best for you. Now, let's dive in to discuss TechCXO's blog article. Execution is the strategy. 5 GTM moves that drive repeatable growth. As Davos wraps up and we end a wave of predictions, frameworks, and top 10 lists about what's next, it's time to pivot. For growth stage B2B businesses, it's a familiar cycle. Months of planning followed by a rush to activate. But the challenge in 2026 isn't a lack of GTM strategy. Most leadership teams have a point of view on where to play and how to win. What separates companies that grow from those that stall is execution. It's not heroic bursts of activity, but the ability to turn strategy into consistent, repeatable results without wasting capital or exhausting teams. Strong GTM execution delivers discipline, focus, and momentum that compounds quarter after quarter. In my work with scaling tech and professional services firms, I see the same pattern. Strong plans, uneven follow-through. The organizations that break through aren't doing more, they're executing differently. Effective GTM execution bridges the gap between planning and performance. It creates the operating conditions where agile marketing teams can move fast without breaking alignment. Here are 5 GTM execution moves that consistently make the difference. 1. Execute consistently. Experiment relentlessly. Most GTM strategies fail because GTM execution swings too far in one direction. Either fixed plans that can adapt, or constant experimentation that never compounds. The best teams run both deliberately. They standardize what must be consistent: core offers, handoffs, follow-up expectations, and a small number of priority plays they commit to for a full quarter. This creates predictability and momentum. At the same time, these organizations build lightweight experimentation into their GTM motion. Small tests around messages, audiences, triggers, and offers run in parallel, fast, focused, and tied to clear hypotheses of who will buy. What matters isn't running more tests. It's deciding in advance what success looks like, scaling what meets it, and killing what doesn't. GTM execution accelerators. Lock in 2 to 3 GTM plays per quarter and protect them from constant reprioritization. Run small experiments at the edges, not across the entire marketing engine. Scale only what clears predefined scoring thresholds. 2. Earn the right to expand. Despite the economics, many firms still over-index on new logo acquisition. Expansion deals close faster, convert at higher rates, and require less incremental spend, yet they're often approached opportunistically. The issue isn't recognizing the opportunity. It's moving beyond incremental cross-sell to a clear value narrative that builds trust. Firms that unlock expansion are intentional about where they focus. They prioritize customers-facing change, new leadership, budget resets, transformation initiatives, and avoid spreading the effort across all accounts. They also engage beyond the relationship owner. Expansion decisions are rarely individual decisions. They're buying group decisions shaped by risk, timing, and credibility. Most importantly, these organizations create value before asking for growth through workshops, peer forums, or outcome-focused reviews that help customers shape what comes next. GTM execution accelerators. Define an expansion hypothesis based on client outcomes, not product adjacency. Map buying groups by opportunity, not account ownership. Anchor engagement to moments of change, not campaign calendars. 3. Operate as one GTM team. Even strong strategies struggle when GTM functions operate in silos. Marketing, sales, and customer teams often optimize for their own metrics, creating friction for buyers and inefficiency for the business. High-performing firms redesign how GTM execution gets done. Rather than adding more meetings, they create a shared operating forum. A GTM working group, pipeline council, or demand squad, names will vary, focused on real deals and real obstacles. The purpose isn't reporting, it's faster decision-making, identifying what's stalling momentum, adjusting execution, and scaling what's working. When alignment is cultivated, execution accelerates. Not because teams work harder, but because they're solving the same problems together. GTM execution accelerators. Rally around shared outcomes like speed to conversion and deal quality. Make it genuinely cross-functional with clear leadership sponsorship. Use the forum to remove friction, not add governance. 4. Measure what moves revenue. Many organizations spend too much time debating attribution. Attribution has value, but only after execution is consistent. If follow-up is uneven, channel-level precision won't change results. The priority in 2026 is shared visibility into what drives revenue. The most effective teams focus on a small set of metrics that both marketing and sales trust. Metrics that show acquisition efficiency, conversion quality, and deal velocity. 3 metrics consistently matter. Revenue per sales effort, by source. Does marketing make the sales team's time more productive? Opportunity conversion rate, by source. Do marketing-generated opportunities convert better than outbound? Pipeline velocity. Does marketing help deals move faster? These metrics shift the conversation from volume to impact. GTM execution accelerators. Fix follow-up before fixing attribution. Align on definitions up front. Review results jointly as a shared operating conversation. 5. Change the conditions for success. In 2026, motivating GTM teams isn't about more pressure or more tools. Most teams aren't underperforming because they lack effort. They're underperforming because the system they're operating in is complex or disconnected. Effective leaders redesign the conditions under which teams work. They narrow GTM strategy to a few clear priorities, align teams around outcomes rather than activity, and reinforce learning through fast feedback loops. When clarity replaces added processes and tasks, there's a better chance that confidence rises and execution follows. GTM execution accelerators. Commit to fewer priorities for longer periods. Define what good looks like at each stage. Use regular learning reviews to surface patterns, not blame. Key takeaways. Execution focus. GTM execution, not just strategy, drives repeatable growth. Experimentation and consistency. Balancing standardized GTM plays with targeted experiments creates momentum. Team alignment. Cross-functional. GTM execution accelerates results and removes friction. Revenue metrics. Prioritizing shared impact-driven metrics ensures GTM execution effectiveness. System redesign. Simplifying the operating environment enables teams to perform at their best. The wrap. The buying environment will keep changing. What doesn't change is this. Companies that execute with discipline, learn quickly, and stay focused on value consistently outperform those that simply spend more doing the same things. In 2026, the companies that win won't be the ones with the boldest plans. They'll be the ones with a GTM execution strong enough to turn intent into repeatable growth. Execution is the strategy. Frequently asked questions. What is GTM execution and why is it important for growth stage companies? GTM execution refers to the process of turning a go-to-market strategy into disciplined, repeatable actions that drive revenue. For growth stage companies, strong GTM execution is essential to achieve consistent results and scale effectively. Where can I find examples of effective GTM execution moves in this article? Examples of GTM execution moves are detailed in each of the 5 main sections, such as execute consistently, experiment relentlessly, and operate as one GTM team. Each section provides actionable accelerators for implementation. How can organizations start improving their GTM execution? Organizations can begin by standardizing core GTM plays, aligning cross-functional teams, and focusing on a small set of shared revenue metrics. Using the GTM execution accelerators listed can help teams implement these improvements. What should companies consider when evaluating different GTM execution strategies? Companies should compare how each GTM execution approach aligns with their business goals, customer needs, and ability to measure impact. Evaluating team alignment, experimentation processes, and performance metrics is key to successful commercial outcomes.